As I've mentioned before, I grew up playing platformers. I loved the Super Nintendo as well as the Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, and DS, and I played a wide variety of them. Now, my favorites were Super Mario Bros. As well as the Kirby series. If you guys know these are absolute Nintendo staples, and both of them bring unique concepts and mechanics to the platforming genre. Now, I found a mobile equivalent that shows a little bit of both of these series in a mobile package. That game is Mimelet. Let's get right into it. Right off the rip, I really appreciated Mimelet's visuals. Now, you can tell that this is a Super Nintendo styled game where it has that pixel art style that's just unmistakable, and it really is inspired by Kirby and Super Mario Bros. You can see with the environments especially, they really do kind of harken back to that era. I also appreciate the game's sounds and sound effects. They have so much personality and charm, and they have a strangely nostalgic charm to them as well. Now, the gameplay of Mimelet is actually a perfect mixture of Super Mario Bros. And Kirby. Now, as you're moving around, you're able to jump on the heads of enemies and get rid of them like you do in Mario. Now, once you do, these enemies are different types of elements. So there's fire, and there's grass, and there's water. And once you jump on them, you adopt their element. So, for instance, if you jump on a grass type or a leaf type enemy, you will adopt that, and then you can access various platforms on trees and other foliage that you couldn't before. So it unlocks new gameplay mechanics that allow you to access different parts of the level that you otherwise wouldn't. And this is where the Kirby mechanics kind of come in, and it really reminds me of that. Mimelet is a level-based game, and I really do appreciate the level design. Now, it slowly adds in these new element mechanics that I mentioned previously, and it adds in new and more complex level designs that allow you to mix and match these mechanics and make you think a little bit on the fly as you're doing the classic Mario platforming that I mentioned. It was really satisfying, and I really did appreciate the progression and the learning curve. It is absolutely perfect. However, I do think that the difficulty overall of this game is a little bit more similar to Kirby, where it's pretty forgiving and it's not that difficult overall. It's one of the easier platformers and one of the more relaxing platformers to enjoy on mobile. Now, the monetization in this game is actually perfect in my opinion, so it is free to download with forced ads intermittently, but there's an in-app purchase that you can make for $1.99 that removes ads as well as gives you cosmetic hats to place on your character, which I think is totally fair. At the end of the day, I really appreciated my time with Mimelet. It felt like a mixture of Super Mario Bros. And Kirby, and I do feel like it's a very relaxing game to play, and you don't have to sweat it out or it doesn't get too complicated, and it's just an enjoyable game from start to finish. I also appreciated the game's monetization system. It feels very fair, and it's free, so you have nothing to lose by checking it out. The link to the game is in the description down below. Alright guys, those were my first impressions for Mimelet. Don't forget to leave a like, pop a sub, or a comment. It really helps me out, and thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. If you want to see more content from me, check out any of the links in the description down below. I would really appreciate it. I hope you guys are staying safe, and take it easy.